Hello again, it's April here and welcome back to another video. Today we have the long awaited, well I'm not sure if you've been waiting, but I surely have been waiting to finish this 100-day challenge. So this is my second 100-day challenge sketchbook. I will leave the first video up here in case you want to check that out first. This is a sketchbook made by Morgan Grease, also known as Odd Orange Stationery. And it was her first batch, so a couple of years ago maybe. But check out the website if you want to get your own handmade sketchbook because they're really lovely and she puts a lot of work and effort into them. Okay, I don't know exactly what day we're going to start with, but I did start in November of last year, so that would be 2021. And got a little leaf here that I broke it. Whoops. And also I have some washi tape that I like to save. And it took me from November to March, so quite a long time. I did have a break in January for Burb Fest though, where I didn't draw anything in this sketchbook. So let's start. So in November we moved from Surrey, which is in the south of the UK, to the Lake District, which is in the north. So quite a long journey, and these were all of our boxes piled up and our suitcases. And my favourite little thing about this page is when I was taking my prints off the wall, I left this giraffe shape in the paint where the paint chipped off. I thought that was pretty fun. Next page is a little autumn walk that I did. This was the leaf that I saved and just broke. And then this is fun. This is some blackbirds. These are some blackbirds that I saw. I don't think I've ever seen or noticed a blackbird before, so when I saw one I was like, must draw blackbirds that day. And since moving up to the Lake District, literally see blackbirds every single day. They're very popular up here. This was one of our last mornings in Camberley, and we went for a very early sunrise walk. At this point I had packed up all of my art desk and everything, and I didn't have many of my supplies, so I used my Tombow markers to try and make a sunrise, and I didn't really like how it turned out, but people online seemed to like it, so that was cool. And then going forward, this is all when we have moved. So this was the first week we moved. It was very snowy and foggy and icy and cold, and these are the fields that I look out at, or that you can see from the patio to the side of my art room. And you will see a lot of this view because I have painted it a lot. I can't stop taking photos of it. Here it is again from a different angle, but that tree there is that tree there. And these are the mountains when they were all covered in snow. When we moved we had a couple of tough weeks. One week the power went out for a week after we had a big storm, and I think this was the day before. The calm before the storm, before the storm, before the calm after the storm. Then we had to drive back down south to clean our flat, hand our keys in, pick up the last of our little bits, and driving back home to our new home. This was the motorway. I did attempt to do some kind of icy, rainy reflections, but it almost looks like the cars are kind of crying. They're so sad. Yeah, motorway scene. Another view from our village. This was the 5th of December. I actually started making the dates, which is nice. And this is when we went for a little walk up the hill. So our house is like down there behind those houses. And these are the fields again in the mountain. It's just really pretty. I started doing these like very simple houses, and I really liked this in this spread. This is probably one of my favorite spreads in the book. I just really love the colors. It was kind of the end of autumn before winter really took hold, and there was still some orange and browns in the foliage, and I just loved these little white houses here. This is down the road, so I went for a walk, and near the forest down the road there's like this collection of farmhouses, and I just really liked the view. I just became kind of a little bit obsessed with drawing these little white houses in the countryside, because down south a lot of the houses are just brick, and up here they're made of stone, or a lot of them are white, and I don't know, I just really like that. So this is the day my mum and her partner came to visit us with their dogs. This is Rusty and this is Molly, and they were so cute, and it was very foggy, so I attempted to do like a foggy scene of our walk that we did, and a lot of people really liked these rocks that I drew. I haven't drawn rocks like this as good since that page. So this was like the peak of my rock art. I really love this spread. I drew it on stream, I think, and it's a very foggy walk that we did in the forest, and I think I got it like down really well, considering that a lot of it is done with pencil and not paint. And then I accidentally, this bled through from another page before I took a photo of it, which I was really annoyed about, but some people said that it added to the mystery of the page. This is when we went on a walk to Gummers How, and I posed at the top of the rock, and all of this is fog down here. Normally you'd see Lake Windermere, but it was very foggy that day. It was very sunny though, pretty cool. Another day, another walk, this time up the top, and I used so many different colours here. I actually love it. I didn't realise I used so many different colours that kind of don't exist in nature. Like, there definitely wasn't any pink or orange in the fields, and I'm pretty sure the sky wasn't pink either, but it was a really lovely little walk, and this little sheep modelled for me, so that was nice. It was I think this was near Christmas time. Martin's parents came to stay and we went for a drive, and these were the beautiful colours of the Lake District. Like, all of the ferns were brown and orange, and the lots of slate and stuff in the sky. Yeah, it was just really beautiful. So I wanted to draw it. And then we also had a sheep crossing here in the road. I think this was the same day when we were with Martin's parents. We went to Lake Coniston, and it was very foggy and misty and cool along the lake. These were all the little ducks that were being fed by the kids. And yeah, it was just a really nice little walk. And this is like one of the only buildings I have in the sketchbook, like the focus on a building, and I actually really loved it. I want to draw more like this. I need to start taking photos of buildings. This is in Kendal, which is the town closest to us, and from the car park I always see this building, and there's always lots of pigeons on the roof, so I just wanted to draw that. This is another walk. I don't know if I mentioned, but my 100-day project was about doing images from my daily life, so like daily illustrated drawing, and it kind of just turned into taking photos and drawing from them, but I don't mind that at all because there's still some nice memories. This one here is when we walked along Scout Scar and all the way along and down and around, and there was this really cool little house on the way back home. It's actually like a barn. It's fallen apart really, but it was a nice little walk. It was 8 miles. We were only meant to do 3, but we missed our turn off and we ended up doing 8. So yeah, it was a long walk. This was another bird watching day. We went to, I think it was Leban's Deer Park, and I saw a goosander for the first time, a white-throated dipper for the first time, and I think this is a male goosander, and then a swan, which, I mean, I've seen before, but I needed to fill up that gap somehow. Another view from Scout Scar. This is looking back, like my village would be behind this cliff here, and I have a lot of trouble with depth and atmospheric perspective, which I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos about the last few days, so I'm hoping to improve my landscapes and just kind of like show the depth in them a bit better. Oh, this one's upside down. This was the only page in the book that I did upside down. It was an accident. It was 2 beautiful trees that I saw on a walk, and I just wanted to draw them. I really like drawing trees in winter. It's really cool. I love these branches and how they only brew on one side. I thought that was fun. So this is a city scene. It's when we went to Newcastle to see my mum, and this is up from an observatory kind of room looking down across the river and the city. I really love like this section here of the buildings. I don't like how I did the bridge here, and this side is a bit like meh, but this was super fun to do. I can feel like this would be in a children's book. Like I can see that in a kid's book, you know, about the city. So that was fun. Some more birds. This is when we went for a walk, and I saw a bullfinch for the very first time in real life. I saw a nuthatch for the first time. Blue tits we have been seeing, and chaffinches are pretty popular around here. But yeah, this was really cool to see these birds. This is another view looking out the window towards, there's this place here. I don't actually know the name of it. I probably should learn. And yes, there was sunset. That's all. where is this? Oh, this is when we went for a walk to Rydell Water and Grasmere, and it was such a beautiful day, guys. And I don't know why this looks so much different from other paintings I've done. I don't know why. I think it's the lack of outlines maybe, or something. It looks different. It looks like almost like blobby. Yeah, I'm not sure if I like it. This was from that same walk, but it's the area where Wordsworth lived. So there's a Wordsworth museum and his house where he lived with his wife, and this was across from their house. It's just like a selection of buildings. I did this on a stream, and I remember I really was hating it as I was drawing it, and I was really putting myself down a lot on stream. But then when I finished, I looked at it and I said, oh, it's actually not bad. So that just goes to show, guys, if you are having a bad art day, just wait till the end, keep going, maybe you'll like it, you know. This is another of my favorite spreads in the book. It's kind of like an abstract-y one. I was watching a lot of Sandy Hester at the time, and she was getting into her abstracting phase, and I was like, yes, I want to be an abstract artist too. So I did some finger painting, some splatters, just a lot of like blobs, and yeah, I really, really like it. I have tried to do this again, but I don't know, it was like a fluke that day. This was another walk up Scout Scar. It's near a house, so it's quite easy to get to. And this is the same tree, but from a different angle. So I looked at it from this way, looking into the sunset, and then I went behind it and I looked at it this way, looking away from the sunset. So, no, sunrise, sorry. Yeah, it was really early in the morning. We went out there for a sunrise. It was beautiful. It was freezing though, if I remember. This one is the old rainbow across the fields. I really don't like this one. I don't know, it just looks so like, ugh, I don't know. But people liked it online, so I'm glad that some people liked it. Yeah, it was just a little beautiful rainbow that we saw. Some pigeons. There's a pigeon on the roof, and this is just a little pigeon on his own. And yeah, people like this page. I like it too. This is probably my least favourite sketch in the book. It's when we had a lot of rain and it flooded, and I think I just used my Caran d'Ache for the background and everything else, and I think it just is very dull, and I'm not a fan. I really like this page though. It's when we went for a little walk looking back at the village, and instead of doing the whole scene, I took little like snippets, like little compositions, close-up compositions of the scene, and did like that. And I think this was like a super fun exercise for maybe looking at compositions, but also just something a little bit different than doing a whole spread. You know, sometimes you just want something a bit different. Oh, I forgot this page. I don't know why, I just love this page so much. The pheasants, I love them. I love how I did the grass, and I started this like, what do you guys call it? Negative kind of painting, but with pencil, cutting into the paint. I've seen other people do it, but I never do it myself. And yeah, I just really love it. I've turned these guys into thank you cards and also into a freebie sticker for my new shop update. So if you like pheasants, keep an eye out for the shop update, which is hopefully coming out this month. Oh, I forgot about this one. This is a self-portrait, guys. I never draw self-portraits of myself, and I don't really like drawing people much, but I don't know, it was a fun day. Man and I had a picnic lunch at the top, and the sheep were like very curious, so I took a little picture with them and I drew it. Another page I'm not really happy with. I think I just wasn't feeling it this day. I completely phoned this in, and it's just like a picture of the woods. The picture itself is really nice, but the way I drew this tree is a bit incorrect, and also just the perspective, the atmosphere, everything. It's just a bit blah, you know? So some more houses. I wanted to draw some more like buildings. So when we went to Ambleside for a walk, I took some photos. This is like a little bridge house, and then this is a little, it's just a shop, but I really love this roof here. And I used the Neocolors for everything again, the background, so I didn't use paint. And I actually like it this time because I've used the bright green and some of the oranges. I think it kind of cheers it up a little bit, but a lot of my Neocolors are quite dull for the landscapes, I think. So I think you definitely need to have a little pop of colour, otherwise it gets a bit boring. Something that isn't boring is this page. Look at all of that colour. So I think this is when we went for a walk to Wansfell. which is one of the fells around here. And I drew this on stream. These are some mountains behind, and then these are the hills, and all of these are the brick walls, which are really fun to look at. So yeah, that was a fun page. So this is a very similar spread to the one where we did the close-ups here. So it's exactly the same view, but instead of doing little mini close-ups, I drew the whole thing. And this was at golden hour. So the sun sets this way and it casts this beautiful golden light over the hills. And I just wanted to capture it. It almost looks like they're on fire. And then this purple bush down here actually did look purple in the photo. Not this purple, but it did look like that, and I thought that was kind of a cool contrast. I never know what to do in this middle section though. Just scribble. Oh, my daffodil phase. I love how I have a daffodil phase this year. It was like 3 paintings, but still, I call it my daffodil phase. These were just some daffodils that I bought, and they turned lovely. Again, it's really annoying. I wish I had taken photos or scanned them as soon as I drew them. I need to remember to do that maybe in the future. But yeah, I got a lot of the stuff. I put paper here, but the problem is then the paper gets dirty and then, you know. But yeah, I really like these daffodils. My first time drawing flowers in a long time, and they're a bit abstract, but I like them. More daffodils. This day was beautiful and sunny. I had just finished drawing this, so these are the daffodils there, and I just felt like just drawing my art desk just to have the memory of it, you know. Another walk. This one was to Blackfell. I think it's called Blackfell. And this was just a really cool tree that we saw on its own. Again, with the depth, I'm not very good. Like, this is very far away, and these are quite far away. This is further away, but it doesn't, you can't tell. Like, everything kind of looks like it's right there. So that's what I really want to work on over the next few months. Oh, collage. So I did this collage the other day. It was really fun, and I turned this into my print for my patrons last month. So I hope that they liked it. It was actually like 2 prints, like 2 mini prints together. My sister came to stay for the weekend, and I went for a walk with her to Sizer Castle, which is near our house. And there was this beautiful little fence which almost perfectly like led you into the photo. So I really loved this view. And then this tree, I just love this tree. I don't know why, it just looks really cool. So this is another day my sister came to stay. We went to Derwent Water and we walked around it, and I took a lot of photos. I really love how I did the painting on these, like the sky and everything. I think it's kind of cool. I don't like how I did the trees here. So I think it's really good to like look at your paintings and recognize the bits that you do and you don't like, because if I was going to paint something like this again, I would try and keep like the painterly where I did the sky and the scribbles and everything and the colors. But then when I came to do a forest, maybe I'd try something different and I'd like it a bit better. I think this is when I was getting into the phase of trying to be a little bit more like painterly. So even like with these ones, you can kind of see the difference between this and here. Like the pencil is almost like helps, and the paint, if the pencil wasn't there, you wouldn't know what it was. But here, I think I'm trying to get more into the trying to paint. Oh, you know why it looks messy? I did this entirely with finger painting. Yeah. Just remembered that. I did this entire thing with finger painting, apart from the pencils, obviously. That would be very difficult. But I did a weekend where I was just trying to get this book finished, and one of them I was like, I'm gonna finger paint. So all of this is just like with using my fingers. It's kind of fun though, guys. If you haven't finger painted, definitely give it a go. I love this page so much. It's another collage. I'm super getting into collages, and these are the new mugs that Martin and I got. They're matching. They say on them, happiness is being in the Lake District on them, but I didn't write that on. And then mine has a pheasant and Martin has a little sheep. This page I really don't like, guys. I was experimenting with my inks, and it's so bright. It's too colourful. I don't like it. This here looks a bit rude. It's meant to be rocks. I did tell you guys, I've already peaked with my rocks, so it's all downhill from there. Yeah, I just don't like it at all. But people online, they said they liked it. I don't know, guys. You never know what other people are gonna like. It's weird, huh? This was a moonrise, and I really love this page. I love the colours. I might try and use this colour palette again because it's so beautiful. Like, It was really late in the evening. Well, it wasn't late in the evening. It was kind of before, it was after sunset, but before, I don't know. I cannot remember. I can't remember, but the moon was rising and it was gorgeous, guys. So I did a moon on the other side just because I was like, I was getting to the point where I just didn't want to paint anymore. I was kind of getting to the point in the sketchbook where I just wanted to finish. So the quality may be going downhill. These are some northern lapwings, which I saw and heard for the very first time a couple of weeks ago. And they make the funniest sound, guys, and they have such a unique way of flying. I think they're doing like a mating dance or something in the sky, and they're so fun to watch. But yeah, I was really happy that I saw those. I just posted this on Instagram the other day and it got a really good response. It's some magnolias from when we went to visit Martin's parents. I saw all these magnolia trees and I fell in love with them. So I did like this kind of abstract-y magnolia page here and a little collage on the other side. This is also from visiting Martin's parents. He has lots of rapeseed. His parents have lots of rapeseed fields around their house. And I love rape seeds. We don't get them up here. We didn't get them in Camberley either. So I never saw rape seeds for a while until we went down south to see Martin's parents. So yeah, I just wanted to paint that just as a little memory. This was another walk that we did with Martin's parents. I did this on stream, I believe. And I do really like this page. This page is a bit messy, I think, but I do really like this side. We're almost getting to the end. A few more left to go. So again, this is when we went to visit Martin's parents for the weekend. We were there for like 4 days because I had a thing in London. This is a canal that we used to walk on a lot when we lived in Camberley. Basingstoke Canal, if you guys know the area, and it's really beautiful. I've had a lot of lovely memories down there. So this is the canal looking one way, and then this is looking the other way towards the bridge. This was on the train coming home from London. Beautiful sunset. I had to remember what way the sun was going. It was going down. And this is very simple for me. I was getting to the end of the sketchbook. I just really wanted to be finished. I do like how this turned out though. Like, even though I kind of wasn't putting much effort into these last few pages, I do think they turned out okay. Is that a lesson? Should we just put very low effort? I don't think that's a lesson we should follow, but maybe every once in a while it's okay, you know? And then I think we're almost on the last page. This is some more pigeons. Same view as the previous one, but I did it with collage, and there were 2 little pigeons canoodling, and then I did another one in collage there. And the last page is not very climactic, I'm sorry. This page I didn't want to draw on because I didn't know what I was going to do. And I had already used this page as swatches, so I just made a very, very simple collage that I took out the window the other day. It was kind of like sunset almost, and there was a hot air balloon in the sky, which I thought was pretty cool. So that is the last page of the sketchbook, and that is the 100-day project finished. This may be a couple of little spoilers because I haven't posted everything to Instagram yet, but hopefully you enjoyed it and you've enjoyed seeing my progress like over the last few months with this, if you happen to follow me on Instagram. It was really fun, but I'm happy to move on to the next thing. So that was the sketchbook tour today. That's my video. I hope you have a lovely rest of your week, and I will catch you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.